Stay tuned on why Pretty Privilege can't save Blake Lively from being canceled. All right, welcome to another episode of Clear Hair. Today is the resolution of Volume 2, Pretty Privilege. Thank you guys for watching the last video. Really appreciate those 13 views. But overall, the whole series was so amazing to do, to have a second series. I probably can do like several different volumes back to back and still have more to talk about. I feel like Pretty Privilege is such a giant, I'm trying to describe it. It's such a giant topic to talk about, and there's just there's a lot of components, multifaceted, but overall, like, thank you guys so much for your support, honestly, truly. All right, so there is a big cancel train following Blake Lively, and Blake Lively is what we would definitely call universal pretty privilege. You know, a lot of different groups find her attractive, tall, blonde hair, blue eyes, combination. Now, my overall thing, and I'm gonna go as lightly as possible as I can, you know, very, very demure. I know you tried that word. But I'm gonna go as lightly as possible as I can. But overall, I think that the fact that not everybody knows the facts about the situations, and you're only knowing what's presented to you, and people are so quick to jump on the "I've never liked Blake ever." Just the other day, you guys were saying, "Oh my God, she's such a goddess," and "No, she's Taylor Swift's friend," and da da da. Just the other day, you guys were saying that, and now everybody, like, every time there's a video that pops up, like, Blake could be sneezing. You know what? See, she does not support all the boogers, and I think it's funny that a lot of people want to sit there and say, oh, you know, she's not promoting the movie. I think it's called This Is Us or something. The end of Us or something, whatever. I didn't watch the movie. But I've been busy. So basically the movie is about a DV case, and they feel like she's making light of it. Baldini, I hope you're saying it by his last name, the other actor, Justin's been promoting it better than she is, like, speaking of the seriousness of it. But I honestly feel like, yes, you know, she's been, they have footage of her in the past, but I'm not trying to make excuses for anybody, but y'all don't want to see my footage from when I was in my 20s. You don't want to see that footage. Like, I hope it's deleted somewhere. It's on a VHS, backed up, and they burned it. I just feel like you're only seeing a snippet. And I feel like with Pretty Privilege, just is to our detriment. When you're attractive, people are quick to hold you accountable as you begin to age. And I noticed that. Now, mind you, Blake Lively is not old. She's only 2 years older than me. 89, I'm 91. So it's just like, I feel like she's not old, but I know what I'm saying when I say, like, once you begin to age, people start holding you accountable. You've seen the whole dismantling of J-Lo's character, which, like I said, we don't know from what we presented. Of course, you know, there's like plenty of people who have stood up and raised their hand. Who here does not like J-Lo? who here does not like J-Lo? And what do you feel she's done wrong to you or whatever? But honestly, I call it, which I'm going to introduce the concept in 2 minutes coming up, but I do call it cluster bullying. But I do feel like ageism is definitely the main reason as to why ageism is definitely one of the reasons why people are all of a sudden holding her accountable. I knew this was coming. I've noticed it, like, just from being on social media, like, people, it's like the pause button on social media has made it even better for these other people to basically put your life under a microscope and see, like, what bad thing you did, what good thing you did. And then it's a snippet. So I can sit there and I can cut this video off, and you can chop and screw a video, right? You can chop and screw a video to where you want it, So if I want to sit there and show, okay, well, Claire's a cursor, so I'm just gonna chop and screw every time she's ever cursed or anything, said anything bad on camera, and then vice versa. Even with pictures, like I'm just make sure I'm gonna just keep taking pictures from the wrong angle so I can show that, okay, Claire's not attractive or Claire's fat. Like if you want to build a narrative, you can. Okay, so we're gonna introduce cluster bullying. So cluster bullying to me is a concept that ties with pretty privilege. And cluster bullying is basically when people are just attacking. They don't know why we're attacking. Like if you sat there and went up to each person and said, okay, so why are you fighting? Okay, no answer. Okay, because you don't know why you're even fighting, do you? Now, mind you, we don't know. Like I said, I'm unbiased in the situation, but I do kind of lean towards the fact that I've seen y'all dismantle your faves because they start aging, or I see you dismantle your faves because they stop showing perfection. Like all of a sudden, everybody doesn't like Blake Lively, and I'm talking about they go back, like they're going retro, like they're going back to hate. Like I've seen like old videos that she posted, like even the Gossip Girl videos, it's like not when she was 19. Like I've seen them go backward, like, and it's cluster bullying. Like they're just hopping on the train because they wanted to. Because even when like a recent issue that happened was when Jackie Aina changed her last name to her husband's last name, or partner's last name, we don't know. And people were going off saying, oh, well, she blocked me and she blocked this and da-da-da. I was like, I don't care if she changed her last name to Bikini Bottom. She could have changed it to Bikini Bottom. She could have changed it to Pineapples. There is no need for y'all to all of a sudden start attacking this woman. Like, I still to this day, I can never understand how y'all will get a piece of the picture. You'll sit there and get a piece of the picture and be like, that'll do it. Time for me to start attacking this person. Like you'll get a piece of the picture. And I was like, you have to be a critical thinker. Like one of my favorite content creators on here is Destin Choice and Choice TV. Both of his channels, check them out. But like he's always emphasizing being a critical thinker. I was like, yes, because y'all will sit there and y'all will be presented with a concept and no one will question. Because there's been plenty of times where I see something presented, I'm just like, wait a minute, why are we doing this? Like I'm the biggest person that I'll sit there and I'll wave my hand and be like, I don't think we should be doing this way. And people are looking at me weird until I actually change something. And then all of a sudden people are jumping on my train and be like, okay, let's do this too. Let's do this too. But definitely cluster bullying is very, very indicative of when someone starts getting older. Like I talked about it with my volume 1 with Pretty Privilege, with how they did Adriana Lima. Adriana Lima is still to this day, one of the prettiest women I've ever laid eyes on. Okay, like just stunning, breathtaking. And the moment she started aging, all of a sudden everybody was just like, oh my gosh, she fell off. She hit the wall. No. And I'm just like, what? You were the same people who was literally like saying, oh my God, give us details, give us a tutorial, let us know everything you're doing. I was like, y'all were this, was that not y'all? Y'all don't even know why I don't like her anymore, do y'all? I know why. It's from ageism. Like literally, and I'll go into it in 2 minutes about Pretty Privilege overall, but like literally ageism is so indicative when you're a woman. Like with men, it's more like, okay, yes, he's getting older, but now he's mature. He's silver fox. He's got a dad bod. The moment a woman starts putting on an inch, an iota of weight, and their skin's not perfect, oh, she fell off. See, she should have answered my DM from 17 years ago. Maybe internet wasn't even created yet. She should have answered my DM from 17 years ago. And now she wants a chance. No. Now she hit the wall. She shouldn't be talking to anybody. She should take whatever she can get. And like, it's just ageism. Like I said, like regardless of what took place, I don't have the facts, so I'm not going to speak on them. Right. But at the end of the day, the way y'all treat these celebrities once they start hitting the wall, and once they start aging, once they start showing a little crack in their armor, or once the pedestal that y'all place them on, listen to this word, y'all place these people on these pedestals, right? Yeah, I place these people on these pedestals, and then the moment they start shaking a little, once the pedestal starts shaking a little bit, then y'all get mad about, like, how come they're shaking, how their foot's moving. Like, you put them up there. Like, no one can be above you. You know that, right? Like, no one that you didn't put above you can be above you. So whenever you guys go and do this cluster bullying, next time you ask yourself why you're doing this. So my overall pretty privileged summary for volume 2 is just, the main thing is just, I would say, being pretty, like being attractive is like being invisible but also highly visible. So basically, when you come into a place, everybody has all eyes on you, but they pretend that you're not there, if that makes any sense. Like, they go out of their way, but the little sneaky glances, or the little sneaky glances, or the little bit of they'll grip their partner, male or female, harder, so they'll know that, okay, you can't snatch them away or anything like that. Like, I truly feel like being an attractive woman is like being a celebrity. It really is. And I know people are gonna be like, oh, Claire, you think you all that? No, it's literally like being a celebrity. Like, people hold you to a different standard. Like, I remember I posted a video, and I was bloated because I am a human and I have hormones. I was bloated, and so I got a DM, and it said, "Oh, are you pregnant?" Mind you, this is someone I don't even like. We're not even friends. They're just messaging me. For some reason on Instagram, you can still message somebody even though they're not friends with you. And she messaged me and she said, "Girl, are you pregnant or something?" It was like, and I didn't reply back. I left her on red. Legend has it. Okay. I left her on red because my thing is, let's not go around doing a belly check, because I'll embarrass you. Okay. That's number one. Number two, I feel like there is a certain level that they hold you to. There's a whole certain standard. Like, that's why people will start nitpicking and start zooming in and zooming in and like expecting you to be perfect all the time. Like, overall, psychologically, that gets to you, especially if you're someone who was tied to your looks first. Me, I was tied to my brain first. Like, I would be more insulted if someone called me unintelligent, or someone said I was illiterate, or someone said that I don't have, I'm not well spoken. If someone came to me and said that would hurt me more than one saying I'm not attractive, because I wasn't tied to my looks first. I was a late bloomer. Like, it was in transit. It was in transit. It was not on time. But I do feel like there is a certain level that you are a celebrity. Like, everybody knows you. Like, people remember you. You go to a place, people remember you. People remember seeing you at work that day. People know when you're not working. Like, people know your schedule. People know what you're up to. They watch every move. Every outfit you wear is dictated. Like, there's just a different lifestyle. Now, this is not to sit there and say that, okay, we'll trade places. I didn't say all that. There are a lot of perks. I would say 90% perks. I know people will sit there and be like, oh my God, the dark side of pretty privilege. I was like, yes, there is a dark side of pretty privilege, but when you're not attractive, especially as a woman, you're not even treated like a human. Like, they do not treat you like a human. Because as someone who has lived both sides of it, like, when I didn't blossom yet, like, I wasn't treated like a human. I literally had somebody step over my toes to get to my more attractive friend. And I'm sitting here, conventionally attractive. I'll say that because, like, not everybody sees everybody as attractive and vice versa. And I'm gonna say, I'm almost 6 feet. I'm 5'10". I'm almost 6 feet tall. I know you saw me. And regardless if I'm attracted to somebody or not, I'm still gonna treat them as a person. I'm still gonna say, good morning, hi, what's your name? My name's Claire. What's your name? Da da da. How you doing today? This is just how you're raised. This is the South, but this is just how you're raised. You're supposed to be polite. You're supposed to have this. You're supposed to be polite. You're supposed to treat people like they're human beings, and you're not treated like a human being when you're not attractive. And of course, you know, a lot of people are going to be tussling in the comments, and I'm ready to tussle with you. I have snacks too if you want to tussle at 3:00. But the main issue is the fact that y'all place people on pedestals and be surprised when it falls on top of you, or you're surprised when it doesn't work out. Like, at the end of the day, you can't be attractive forever. Like, I already know off rip, Like once you get to a certain age range, like even just in popularity, like I've already seen it. Like once you stop reading as in your 30s and your 20s, people aren't trying to listen to you anymore. Okay. And unless you already have your backing, or you're purposely going after like a certain you're purposely going after a certain age group. Like once you stop reading as that age group, like for example, if I was walking down the street, I didn't know myself, I would say I was about 28 to 32, which I'm 33. That's the age range I would give myself. I know once I start reading as 38 to 42, people aren't gonna want to listen to me talk anymore. Okay. But then that's a different market. But I'm just saying, like, just in general, like, I really truly feel like once you stop reading as that. So that's why I feel like Adriana Lima, Blake Lively, Jennifer Lopez, like I feel like once you start reading as a certain age, people start, you know what, actually, let me bring that microscope over. Let me actually see what this person's really up to. Like I really feel like the microscope gets bigger the older you get. Like, okay, actually this person is not a good person, let's punish this person. But they're already a bad person in their 20s. Who knows? They're already a bad person when they're younger, but you want to hold them accountable. But thank you guys so much for your support. Don't forget to subscribe, share. It's Haire.